Welcome to this crucial update on the Alberta teachers' strike of 2025, a dispute significantly impacting students, families, and the future of education across the province. The strike, which began on October 6, 2025, involves approximately 51,000 teachers and affects around 730,000 students across 2,500 schools. Negotiations between the Alberta Teachers Association, or ATA, and the Teachers Employer Bargaining Association, TEBA, reached an impasse by September 2025. Teachers are seeking improvements in working conditions, including smaller class sizes and better support for complex student needs, alongside increased pay to address the rising cost of living. Alberta is notably one of only two provinces in Canada without collectively bargained student-to-teacher ratios, a key point of contention. The government's initial offer of a 12% raise over 4 years and a pledge to hire 3,000 new teachers was rejected by approximately 90% of teachers. Jason Schilling, head of the ATA, emphasized the need for the government to address teacher concerns to support the 750,000 students in the province. The primary issues are wages, classroom conditions, and class sizes, with teachers asking for wage increases that keep pace with inflation. The government argues that increasing teacher pay would hinder their ability to hire additional staff and reduce class sizes. The ATA, however, criticizes the government for underfunding public education, making Alberta the province that spends the least on public education. In response to the strike, the Alberta government, led by Premier Danielle Smith, introduced Bill 2, the Back to School Act, on October 27, 2025. If passed, this bill would effectively make the strike illegal, compelling teachers to return to their classrooms. The government states the strike has gone on too long and is harming children, with experts suggesting teachers could be forced back to work as early as the same week Bill 2 passes. The government has also pledged to invest $8.6 billion to create 200,000 new school spaces and hire thousands of new teachers and educational assistants over the next 3 years. The strike has significantly impacted students and families, leading to cancelled classes and disruptions to daily routines and childcare. High school students, particularly those in grade 12, are concerned about falling behind academically and the impact on their post-secondary applications. Some families with special needs children have received additional financial support from the government to help manage the disruption. Labor advocates warn that the government's response, including the potential use of the Charter's notwithstanding clause, could weaken collective bargaining rights. If Bill 2 passes, teachers will be legally obligated to return to work, and unresolved issues will likely go to an arbitrator for a final contract decision. However, the ATA has condemned the government's plan, calling it undemocratic and asserting it will not address the underlying issues. There is also the possibility that the ATA could challenge the bill in court, arguing it violates the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. A prolonged strike could lead to further disruptions in the education system and potential solidarity actions from other unions across the province. The K-12 education operating budget has increased to $9.9 billion, which the government touts as the highest ever for education in Alberta. Yet, the ATA argues that $11.35 billion is needed to ensure manageable class sizes and adequate resources for students. The Alberta government reports the ATA is demanding an additional $2 billion on top of the $2.6 billion already allocated for teachers over 4 years. Students have expressed concerns about the strike's impact on their education, socialization, and mental well-being. They worry about falling behind academically, missing extracurricular activities, and the stress of catching up once the strike ends. Experts note that missing school can significantly impact students, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds. This complex situation underscores the critical need for a resolution that prioritizes quality education for all Alberta students. We invite you to share your thoughts on education priorities in the comments below. Thank you for watching this update.